Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Techno Talks here. Today we're going to be doing another speed test, and this time it's going to be between the Google Pixel 4a and the iPhone SE 2020. So these are both budget phones of both the respective companies, so Google and Apple. They're both pretty decent phones. I've enjoyed using both of these phones, and they're both great phones. Now, let's talk about some of the specs on these phones. We have Snapdragon 730G and 6GB of RAM on the Pixel 4a, and we have the Apple A13 Bionic chip on the iPhone SE with 3GB of RAM. This shows us that the Pixel 4a has more RAM, but this won't prove anything until we do the test with the RAM management, since most of you guys probably already know that Apple does a good job without having a lot of RAM. The first thing we're going to be doing is a boot up test. So let's get on with it. In 3, 2, 1. Okay. They're both booting up. We'll let us see which one opens first. The Google Pixel 4a is first, and we're waiting on the iPhone SE, and there it is. So a couple seconds, maybe 2 to 3 seconds, not a big difference. It's probably not going to prove too much having a boot up test. You know, the software might be better in booting up, but I guess we can move on to the apps. So we're at the app screen now. I have a certain amount of apps already set. I have around 12 apps, so 4 to 5 stock apps, and we have a couple social media, browser, and we also have some shopping apps with some games at the end. So the games are probably going to be showing the difference between these two by a lot, because one of them does have a superior chipset, the Apple A13 Bionic, obviously. The Pixel 4a does come with a chip, it's a budget chip, but the iPhone SE comes with a flagship chipset. So I guess we can get on with it. Okay, so we'll start with the stock apps. So we'll go to the phone in 3, 2, 1. Around the same. Let's go to messages in 3, 2, 1. So very similar. Not expecting a big difference anyway, since they are the stock apps. Okay, so App Store and Play Store in 3, 2, 1. So the Play Store was faster in loading in the apps and everything. Let's go to settings in 3, 2, 1. iPhone SE. Let's go to camera. I'll hold these phones up so we can see which camera opens up faster. And camera in 3, 2, 1. So the iPhone SE was faster. I've noticed something, that the iPhones, they're better at opening up their cameras. I don't think that's a big thing, but they're just faster. Let's go to Instagram in 3, 2, 1. So Pixel 4a. iPhone SE did lag behind a little, but they were around the same time loading in everything new. Let's go to Twitter in 3, 2, 1. So I misclicked. I guess we'll just close Twitter out on here, and we'll try it again. Let's go to Twitter in 3, 2, 1. So the iPhone SE. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was iPhone SE right there. YouTube in 3, 2, 1. So very similar. The Pixel 4a did load in the video previews faster. However, still not a big difference. I haven't seen a big difference in all these apps. I guess we'll just wait and see until we get to the games. Let's go to Amazon, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the Pixel 4a again. Let's go to Best Buy in 3, 2, 1. iPhone? Yep, iPhone. So we're stuck here. Not sure what's going on. Okay, finally, Pixel 4a. Did lag behind on that by around 5 seconds or so. eBay in 3, 2, 1. So Pixel 4a this time. Still waiting on the iPhone, and there it is. So slight difference in these two apps, Best Buy and eBay. Let's go to the games now. Subway Surfers in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I feel like the iPhone's gonna win on this one, but I can never be sure. Okay, so iPhone, obviously. Okay, so let me just turn that down. So the iPhone got in faster. A couple seconds again. Let's go to Temple Run 2 in 3, 2, 1. So let's just say continue, not now. Okay, so even with that, it did load in faster. I'm not sure what that was. I guess it was trying to prompt me to set up Game Center and everything. But something I'd like to note out is they'll both run these games smoothly. So these games, they don't need a lot of that power. They don't need the power of the A13 Bionic, which is good, I guess. The Pixel 4a is able to run all these games very smoothly, as smooth as the iPhone SE. However, you might see a difference when playing like Dead Trigger 2 or PUBG Mobile, maybe COD. The reason for that is I've noticed that the Pixel 4a does get hot when you're playing a lot of games, and that might affect performance. Let's go to Dead Trigger in 3, 2, 1. So the iPhone SE right there. Let's go to play in 3, 2, 1. Google Pixel 4a? No. iPhone SE again. So very similar. The first loading in the game was faster on the iPhone SE, but once I clicked play, it was very similar, only a second difference. But the iPhone SE is winning right now. Let's go to PUBG Mobile in 3, 2, 1. Let us wait for this game to load. Okay, almost there. PUBG Mobile, agree. So we're already in the loading screen and we're in the game. iPhone SE already got in the game. We're still loading on the Pixel 4a. Taking a little while. Okay, so we got in on the Pixel 4a. It did take a little longer, but that's okay. Now let's move on to our RAM management test. As I said, iPhone SE 3 GB of RAM, Pixel 4a 6 GB of RAM. If you guys have checked out my other video comparing the Pixel 4a to the iPhone SE, I mean the Samsung Galaxy S10e, the Pixel 4a did keep up all the apps open, so let's see if it does the same thing again. Let's go to phone in 3, 2, 1. Actually, we don't even need a countdown. So those are still in. No reloads. No reloads again. Let's go to settings. No reloads. Camera. Well, I guess the camera does close, so we can't call that a reload. Instagram. No reloads again. Going good so far. Twitter. Nope. YouTube. Still there. Amazon. Great. No reload so far. Best Buy. Was that a reload? No, I don't think that was a reload. eBay. These phones are doing great right now. Subway Surf. No reloads again. Temple Run 2. And we're still in the game for both these phones. So it's going great for the iPhone SE and the Pixel 4a. Dead Trigger 2. Both of them are still there. PUBG Mobile. Let's see if PUBG Mobile reloads on any of these phones. Wrong app. PUBG Mobile. No reload. That was still in that animation when we first opened it. So no reloads for both these phones. That's great. I'm not sure what would happen if I had a lot more apps, but I don't think someone's going to be using more than 12 apps. Well, me personally, I wouldn't be doing that. I usually do tend to close my apps once I'm done using my phone. However, if you do use it, there might be a difference since there is a 3 GB difference between these two phones. However, in these apps, I haven't seen a difference. They both kept all the apps open. Now, we're going to move on to the browser test. We are at the browser test now, and I've pulled up both their browsers, so Google Chrome and Safari, and I've typed in apple.com. So let's see which one loads them in faster. Apple.com in 3, 2, 1. iPhone SE definitely. So faster on the iPhone SE right there. Let us go to Samsung.com this time. Samsung. Okay, Samsung.com on both of these. And 3, 2, 1. So this time it was the Pixel 4a. For the browser test, the Pixel 4a was a little faster there. It's still loading in something for the iPhone. Okay, so it was loading in this Note 20 Ultra ad right there. As we can see, browser-wise, they're probably not going to have a big difference. I don't think browser test does too much to test out anything, but it might. It just showed that sometimes the browser is faster on one of these. However, I don't think it's a big thing. So in conclusion, we can see that the iPhone SE was definitely faster on most of the apps, especially the games. However, there were some apps where the Pixel 4a did beat the iPhone SE, and I guess they're very similar. You know, the Apple A13, it is way better than the Pixel 4a 730G. It will probably last you longer on the long run. You know, your apps will be constantly opening. You won't have app crashes. However, as of right now, I've had these phones for around, I've had the Pixel 4a for around a week and a half and the iPhone SE for 2 to 3 months now. And so far, they're both doing great. I haven't seen any app crashes on the Pixel 4a or the iPhone, and there might be some later on in this year, later on maybe after I use these phones for around 2 years. However, as of right now, when you first buy these phones, this is what it's going to be like, the performance, and you're not going to have a big difference right now. So that's about it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.